paper. I am Brianna. Welcome back to Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is by Natalie Archer. And today is Sketch Sunday. So that group of people will be playing along with the same sketch as well. I recently watched Sarah Davies, and I will have her listed below. I will remember. I'm saying it now so that I remember. I watched her, and I believe it was day 26. Yeah, it was day 26. And she got out her scraps to do, it was a sketch that had strips of paper. And it inspired me doing this sketch. You can see this diagonal piece that I'm going to kind of line up these, I'm going to line up these just pieces of paper that I have. And I'll have to do a better job of it. Right now, I just kind of threw them down. And make that diagonal and use up some of my scraps. Now, this did not make a dent in my scraps, unfortunately. But, you know, if you don't use them, it fills my box, and then I'm never going to use them. So, I just basically picked out some neutrals. When I hadn't picked out, I stuck with these, and they look at how nice they go. They're very boring. They're all the same shade. And so then I was like, it needs a little bit of something. So I picked out these with the white in the background. And then this one has little pops of color. I think I might trim this down so I can get in two different spots. And my photos today are from my trip to Mackinac Island. I was going to use this on a previous layout, and I actually didn't use the layout. And I will be doing the layouts that I didn't do. There's a handful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them I'm going to be doing the month of November that I just wasn't able to get to. And I'm so excited for these like original sketches that I'm going to use them next month, and that'll work beautifully. So, thank you to Natalie for the sketch. Thank you to Sarah for the other inspiration. I also, to my side, just have little things that I might be using on this layout. These have been sitting next to my desk forever. I think I've lost. Oh, here we go. There's more. And if I can get these on my layout as a little, I don't know, as a little something extra as my decoration. Oh, that says family time. I don't know. These might have to wait for a different layout, but they're here for a reminder. So, all right, well, let's play and have some fun. Let's get scrapping. I have to let you in on a little secret. Every time I look at one of these sketches for 30 Days of Sketches, I start and I think, how the heck am I going to do this? And then once it clicks, I like have so much fun with it. So my circle is bigger than the circle in the sketch, and I'm not worried about that in the least bit. I still have plenty of room for some embellishments that I pull out later. And I'll lay these scraps down, and then I will totally move them around again because, you know, I can't be random. So, yeah. I did cut that dark brown polka dot one in half. And here's where I'm thinking, I want some repetition here. I want to use, I have some of the scraps left over. So I want to kind of match them up and have some repetition in my scraps. So, and the other thing that means is that I do have plenty of scraps left over for another page to do a similar thing like this. And with it being so, the neutrals, and I'll show you what I have. Oh, I think I did just show you what I had left. That was quick. You could stick in any other color along with those beiges and browns, and it would look pretty darn cool. So I have a stash of brown stuff. So, and I'll talk about the washi. So I pulled out what I wanted from my brown stash. There's not much that makes it onto this layout. I had a deep red washi tape, but that really matches these pieces, this green and this red, and I don't end up using them. So then I pull in a different washi tape. Trying to use stamps, which I didn't use on this layout, and washi tape. this month, and I'm not doing great with the washi tape either. Sorry, the little cricket cutie fell into the uh, the view there, so he's face down, and I will see him in a minute and move him out of the view. I tried to make these look random. I didn't want them all going like up and down matchy, so I angled some a little bit. I made some up higher and some down lower, and did my best at being random. If it was a thicker one, I layered on top of it a little bit more. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job of being random, I hope. After I am able to adhere all of the scraps down, I then moved to the pictures and how should the pictures lay. And I decided that the pictures need to be matted. Oh, I pulled out another one. They were layered in such a way that it wasn't going to go off the page in the bottom, so I brought in another one. And I will mat my photos in white, and I cut most of this out, but at first I cut it 4.5 by 3.5, and I just felt like that was too, I'm off camera there, so sorry, but I felt like that was too thick of a white border, so then I trimmed them down to 3.25 by 4.25, and that works perfectly. I just need the definition so that the photos stick out a little bit. Did I talk about the photos? They're from Mackinac Island, but there are different shots of the horses, and so there's no motor vehicles allowed on the island. You can use a bike, and then they have horses, and the picture all the way to the right was the horses that we got on that carriage and got a tour around the island. And the other two were just random shots that we had gotten. One of them, our friend took maybe both those pictures on the left, but she had just missed the picture of the horse eating the flowers. He got yelled at, poor thing. He was hungry. So, oh, and then that Hello Beautiful I cut out from a paper pad, and that's been sitting in my stash a while. Those stickers on the bottom are close to my heart from a collection from a super long time ago. Again, they've just been sitting in my stash. But I decided to pull out, and it's gold, but it's kind of to me it's a neutral. I mean, I pulled out a copper, and that was too brown. So I just wanted a beigey, and I've got this kind of this nice soft gold. And so then I have this, it's like a buckle, and I've used a different one on my page recently, but it's just kind of a little decoration in place of those banners that are up in the right corner. So this washi that I have is backed, this metallic washi. So once I put it through the buckle, then I took the stickiness off. I figured if I took the stickiness off first, it would be harder to get through the buckle. I don't know. It wasn't all that fun the other way either, so it works. So I'm going to adhere that down with the washi, and then I'll tuck the end over. And I just ripped off the end, so it's just a little jagged. And I'll do the same thing. I decided it needed some underneath the labels on the bottom. And that's just a little bit place to do a little bit of journaling. It's not going to need much. There are other layouts with these for this trip. So I will have more space for journaling. But I do, by backing these and then backing also the title, Hello Beautiful, I get that visual triangle in there. And it just gives it some more interest. And I'm sorry, I'm like down at the bottom of your field of view, and half the time I'm off, so I apologize for that. I glue down the photos. I want them straight like she's got them in the sketch, and then get the same distance in between each one of them. And I think I managed to do that. I don't use a ruler or anything. I'm just eyeing them up to the best of my ability. I'm not really a one that likes speech bubbles, and I thought it would be cute for the horse, but the horse shouldn't be saying hello beautiful. We should be saying hello beautiful to the horse. So I do clip that off. Now, usually that works when I do a regular speech bubble. This one is lined in. It's outlined in the craft. So I'm thinking you're not going to really notice it, but I do kind of a little bit cover it up, or maybe I highlight it, the missing part where there is no craft on the bottom because it's white because of the speech bubble part. I put some gems on there. So hopefully it's more hiding it than highlighting it, because I didn't want to highlight it. I want to hide it. I think I did okay. And these are just some linked gems that I had. I don't know where I got them from, but they're in my brown stash. And I just pull them off once at a time and stick them down in each one of the clusters, or what I'm calling clusters anyway. I'm using a little bit of my liquid glue to get some edges glued down. And there you see some on the bottom. I think I used the liquid glue for those, and that is it. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon for another video.